Hi everyone. Today we're going to cover 3 ways to triple your sales in 2025. This is the exact 3 strategies that I use to optimize my own business, attract more clients, increase revenue, and make operations seamless. Now, this is what made me make from 25K all the way to 75K as a health coach in my first year of business. So the best part is that it wasn't like everything wasn't going to work. It just requires such way less effort in order to make things work. Like a lot of people get burnt out as they're getting more clients coming in, but with this specific strategy is how to make it seamless so that you don't have to work more, you can save time and basically be more efficient. So if you're a health coaching business that has high fulfillment and low value per client, or low fulfillment and low value, who doesn't attract 2 to 3 clients per month with a lifetime value of $5,000 per each client, if you're stuck at making 5K a month, if your marketing isn't attracting qualified people, or if your marketing isn't making the sales process any easier, and if you have no sales system to make converting them into a piece of cake, like drinking a sip of water. So here are the 3 strategies. Number 1, what we're going to cover is lowering the fulfillment to offer promise ratio. Now, in order to have like the scalability score is this: fulfillment offer promise equals scalability score. What you want is low fulfillment as far as like serving your client goes with high value. Where most people are, they either have low fulfillment and low value, or high fulfillment and low value. Second up is offer promise. What you want in the space is big promise and big upfront purchase, or big promise and high lifetime value. Now, where most coaches are, they have no promise and a small upfront purchase, or no promise and a low lifetime value. Or they sometimes have mediocre promises with like small upfront purchase or low lifetime value. So if those are the case, we gotta fix it. So as far as your fulfillment effort goes, you want to have low fulfillment. It means reducing the amount of time you spend per client without sacrificing results. Like obviously you don't want to spend less time and deliver like hardly anything. There will be some one-on-ones that are necessary, but you just reduce the one-on-ones that aren't necessary. Creating systems that gets manually inputted feedback to track results and changes, to see where your clients are at, where they're going to next, and consistently getting feedbacks with their daily meals, requirements, habit tracker, etc., to see where they need to go to next. Creating an offline transformation where they can achieve a lot of daily actions and big milestones without your assistance. So having a course or a protocol or a guide that they can have access to you every week via video call and messaging. And you could also have like a weekly interaction with you in a group setting. So this allows them to have like a community culture that has a shared objective. If you are at 25K a month, I highly recommend hiring and managing an additional health coach to take over clients. Like up to $25,000 a month, you can totally do it yourself. But after that, this is where you need to delegate and bring on other health coaches to do it with you. Now, going on to your offer promise, this is where you can help most clients achieve like whatever results you promised them within a given time frame. Your goal should be to choose one big transformation. Like obviously it's got to be realistic, like losing 10 pounds in 90 days, given that they meet the BMI requirements, or it can be choosing a big transformation that justifies their desire to buying into a big upfront cost. So for example, let's say they want to lose the pounds, or they want to get rid of their gut health, and they justify it because they've gone to so many doctors, they've paid for so many supplements, and they are not able to get that bleeding neck problem out of their way. So this is also due to the amount of high support that you're going to give to them and the access to you and your time. As an alternative, there is also a contract MRR. And if you don't know what MRR is, it's basically a monthly recurring revenue that they can have, like subscription-based model, where they agree to a set amount of time to work with you and they cannot back out. So like 3 months of working with you, and every month is like $600 or whatever that it is. So this is only if you can't make a big transformation possible, but in most cases you can. Like let's say even if you're a fitness coach and you can't have like a big transformation, but it depends on the person. Like some people have more pounds to lose, some people have less. This is where they can do like an MRR. The main reason you might want to do this is like sometimes limiting beliefs, but they want to try it before they want to work more hands-on and one-on-one with you. You could have set like a payment operating system that can track like the MRRs. There are 2 systems that we use. One is called PayFunnels and the other one is called Stripe. But our PayFunnels is connected to Stripe, so we can just automatically charge people. Strategy number 2, strategic marketing that reduces the sales process. So this, we are going to cover our 6-figure health coach social media strategy. This is the marketing that handles objection, you guys. It's not about selling selling the program. That's what a lot of people do. They're like, yeah, I'm gonna do, neurofeedback for you, heart rate variability, I'm gonna do acupuncture, like whatever that it is that you do. They don't really sell the method. Like, why should they even work with you? Why should they fix their gut health? They don't address the objections of, let's say, the objections of, them not wanting to diet. Your content shouldn't be focused on your program. Your content should constantly handle objections so that you can say the vehicle to get you out of this misery is by working with me. A lot of people say that they can make money without followers or tons of views, and that is true, but also the opposite is true. Without views and followers, people do not make money, and maybe many of you guys here are at that stage. It all depends on your content strategy and funnel, which I'll be covering in this method. So people have only 6 objections, and if you can target that and hit that in your content, you'll be golden. Content can overcome most of these objections, so when you get on a call with them, you can easily handle the other few, and that is it. It's just going to be a quick process. So number 1 objection is trust. You got to make good quality content and also humanize yourself in content builds trust, so that people can feel like, okay, this is not like a big almighty person and I can never get to the level that she got or he got. It's just going to be hopeless. They got to see that you have struggled in the past, or sometimes you do struggle too, or that you are a real human with a heart, and it just comes down to making good quality content. Fear. Your content can explain the details of what you do and how people get results, so there is less fear. They need to see that, yes, if you have a bleeding neck problem, if you have a lot of pain points, we can help you overcome that by using this specific method. And you can say, just like how we helped, Andrea do the same thing. She lost 10 pounds in 90 days by not dieting and not doing a ton of planks, whatever that is. You constantly have to address the fear part. Next up is time. Being transparent and upfront with your content on the timeline that most people will get results and crush any time objection. Obviously don't say you're going to lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks by working with me, unless if you can obviously deliver that, which I would doubt. But just be transparent. If you do this, and this, in the next 6 weeks of working with me, your brain fog would be gone. You're just going to start sleeping better and your cortisol would start going lower. Value. All people care about is that their desires are fulfilled, so that you can get them from point A to point B and they have all the value they need to get results. So this is where we take them from the hell island to the heaven island, as some people in the space like to refer to. Finances. So this is circumstantial, but it's very easy to handle if they already trust you and they like you and they want to buy from you. This can easily be covered in a call, and the way you can handle that is obviously don't opt for the payment plans immediately. Make sure that it's really truly a financial logistics, and if it is, break it down in a manageable process for people. It's totally fine, obviously in a way that would make sense for you. It's really important to make sure that it is a financial objection, because a lot of times people mask uncertainty in you and your program, or time objection into they don't want to start now because it's the holidays, they want to start later, or their partner objection, maybe they're not aligned with them going through such thing into the finances. And next up is partner and support. So this is again also circumstantial, but they just got to make sure that their decision maker is also present in the call when they make a purchase. Because the majority of these objections are handled in your content, it's just really easy to book calls and enroll them into your program in a sales call. Now, how can your marketing convert to calls overnight? So how can you simultaneously increase your visibility and client conversion in a piece of content? Now, if you want this document, let me know. It's 13 pages. Today we're going to be covering this, but if you want to have access to this after the call, just let me know. Comment the word document down below. I'll send it your way. And if you want to chat more, just comment book and I'll send you my calendar and we can chat in a one-on-one setting. So the answer depends. People get stuck with these two: high visibility but low conversion, or high conversion but low visibility. Both are not going to be making as much money as they should be. So in order to get high visibility and high conversion in organic short form content, which means TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram, you got to make viral content to increase your visibility. The way to do that is, if fewer people are consuming content about the problems you're solving, let's say you want to talk about the benefit of breath work for lowering cortisol. If breath work isn't a very popular topic, the less viral it becomes. Now, if you talk about like drinking hibiscus tea for lowering your cortisol, then obviously the more viral it becomes because more people know about that. So another example is how to interact with patients as a nurse. This is a very small viral market share, and you can like Google it. You'll see that there's only like 3.175 million registered nurses in the US. So with that being said, when more people consume content about the problem you're solving, the more viral it becomes. Like let's say you make a piece of content that talks about if you're wired at night but you're so tired in the morning, and if you have energy crashes midday and you have a lower belly pouch, it shows that your cortisol is dysregulated. Like obviously a bunch of those problems that I just listed, bunch of people face, so it has more of a chance of it going viral. Or like another topic would be like how to get rid of acne, because it has a large viral market share. According to Google, it has like 50 million people in the US each year are affected by acne. So the way to make content that builds trust and shows credibility to increase conversion is a proof of results, talking about case studies that someone just like them who was facing acne is now not facing it anymore, or your own transformation, like what got you in the space to begin with. Proof of expertise, like 10 years of experience as a certified nutritionist, whatever that you are, wear a lab coat, have your picture at showing proof that you are an authority figure in the space. Reason why, logical proof mechanism. So explaining the mechanism or reason why behind the claim that you're making. Like why is gut health related to majority of the problems that they're facing with science, with reason. Story proof. You can also make a claim and then tell a story as to why that claim is true, something that you faced, a client faced, whatever that it is. Again, it kind of ties into proof of results as well. Specificity. So the more specific the claim, the more believable. So I lost 123.5 pounds in 146 days. Obviously, if you say I lost 10 pounds in 30 days, like not as specific, but this is like so specific right here. Historical proof. People have been using XYZ as a solution for over 100 plus years. This is how you can build trust and show credibility to increase conversions. The bottom line is that not all content can contain viral elements while building trust and credibility. So you can create a mix of content, the content that is more viral and the content that is more nurturing to just keep your audience more engaged. Some content are going to be suitable if you use viral elements, and then you can use some of those nurture content that's just going to build trust. Also, converting people from TikTok or Instagram or Facebook and directing them to a YouTube video is going to increase your conversion because you have more time to showcase yourself and your expertise so that they can start trusting you. The more exposed they are to your content, the more likely they're going to buy from you. Strategy number 3, systems to secure high quality sales. There are 3 ways that we can create simple systems to reduce the no-shows, like people who don't show up to the enrollment calls that you have with them, and also unqualified calls, people who are not necessarily qualified to be working with you. And the way to do that, obviously, the bare minimum is to have a proper bio. Like this is one of our students, Teresa. As you can see, her bio is very clear. People know exactly what to do in order to work with her, and it shows her credibility. She's also in a lab coat looking at the camera. It works perfectly. The second up is my 75K VSL funnel. So the way to do a VSL is a video sales letter. If you're not sure how it works, I actually went very in depth into how to create a VSL in my YouTube channel. Check out the video, but I went in depth in it. But to cover it in a basic format, you have the traffic, your marketing is the traffic, then they go into your opt-in page, like through the link in bio, then they look at your video page where you're explaining the method more, then they go through a qualifying and scheduling page where you ask them a bunch of questions and you make sure that they're qualified to be working with you. Then once they've scheduled themselves in, there's a pre-call video where you set the expectations of what they're going to expect out of that call, how to show up to the call, how the call is going to end. And lastly, there is the discovery call, and that is where they get a chance to talk with you. Again, if you don't know how to do the discovery calls, I did like a 40-minute training on YouTube and another one like for 20 minutes. So I go very in depth into how to conduct these sales calls so you don't sound salesy, because we should never sound salesy as health professionals. We should come from a point of impact, and that is how they can become a new client. The other way is the no client left behind funnel, which I absolutely love. Let me pull up this presentation section. This is your entire content strategy, funnel, offer, all that. We have your niche, which covers like beliefs, their transformed lifestyle. There is the viral strategy, your marketing. You have specific targeted messaging. Then you have your nurture phase where you nurture them with either long form content or you nurture them with less viral but more specific content. And again, we have done like those 4-day ROI sequences training in this group and other style of long form copy. But this basically shows them like how your coaching is, credibility, connection. When they have gone through the marketing, then we have like high intent CTAs and low intent CTAs. The high intent CTAs either takes them directly to a Calendly page, they can book themselves in, go through the pre-call, sales call, become a new client, or they go through the VSL, your video sales letter, they book themselves in, same process. The low intent CTAs are like, DM me the word gut to work with one-on-one, and they DM you, or it's like, DM me the word cortisol sheet to get my cheat sheet on how to biohack your cortisol levels. So they DM you, you want to give them the sheet, but you also qualify them a little bit more to make sure if they're qualified to be working with you. I have done a thorough training on how to do DM appointment setting. Then if they are qualified, you book that call, they go through that, they become a new client. So the way to do the whole client journey aspect of it is that you promise them a transformation. Like this is when they become a new client, right? This part of the chart. The transformation is promised. Then they go through the offline transformation of it, which is like the modules you have, the PDFs, the protocols you've got. Then they go through the online transformation of it, whatever like check-in points that you have to make it more like online one-on-one. Then there's the personalized support aspect of it where they work with you in like an actual Zoom call. And then there's the end result. So a proper program has a bunch of offline stuff, a few online stuff like within your community, group coaching calls, whatever that it is, and the personalized support. So the end result is that they get the transformation that you had promised to them. Then let's cover the health authority accelerators. If you've ever been slightly curious as to what it is that we do at Infinite Growth Mentorship, I want to send you 2 Google Drives of testimonials and wins, just so you can hear it from our own students of what their experiences was. So let me know, just comment the word BF down below and I'll send you those 2 files and I'll start chatting with you in my inbox just to see where you're at. Now, you can totally take everything I'm sharing with you for free every single week, implement it, and it's going to take you a bit of a time. Sometimes for the people that are not within this community, they're even going to fail, give up, and not get the results that they want. So if you want to grow your business and scale without the stress, what we're doing for Black Friday is you'll get 20% off the entire program with a guarantee of tripling your investment. The tripling the investment, the qualification is for a specific group of people who already have a practice running, who already are making like about a few $1,000s a month and they want to scale to $25,000 a month. If that is not you, that's okay because we still have other stuff for you. So just DM or comment the word BF Black Friday. I'll send you all the details. We can hop on a quick call. I'll share all the data with you. But this is pretty exciting. And if you are doing like a payment in full, there is even a more discount than 20%. So this is what working with my team looks like. We're going to give you a 6-figure offer refinement analysis to make sure that you're making maximum profit margins so you can have more clients and more money. I'm going to give you the virality framework that took me from 0 to 100,000 followers in 4 months so that you can constantly get a new stream of clients at a global scale, not just your local scale every single month. I'm going to give you the 6-figure story marketing strategy that brought me thousands of booked calls and DMs every month so that your calendar never runs dry. You will constantly have new people to talk to via your marketing strategy in the stories alone. You will have the same 4-day ROI sequence that brought Danielle $50,000 in 3 weeks from her existing audience. So running and launching a new promotion is going to be a guaranteed hit with our specific 4-day ROI sequence. You will get our self-selling sales script that is not going to sound salesy. As I said, it's going to be an internal realization. The prospect is going to convince themselves to buy so that you can easily improve your sales the easy way while enrolling more people and getting more people signed in. You will also have the exact scalable fulfillment systems that I use to take on more clients while delivering a world-class experience, because a lot of practitioners do not even have systems in place. They may use messaging apps, they may have like a few PDF files on a Google Drive, but this is going to be the scalable systems that we have used at our practice so you don't burn out while making a huge impact. And lastly, we are going to give you ready to use SOPs and tracking systems that's going to let you to smoothly scale your business so you can comfortably reach 6 figures without the stress. So if you're ready to grow in the same ways that I did, let's chat. I will drop my calendar link down below. If anybody has any questions, feel free to drop it in the chat. As far as how to book an appointment with us, basically see if you qualify for this, and you will definitely grow and succeed. Like, there is no way that you won't. Anyways, I am looking forward to hearing back from you. If you have any questions, as always, drop it in the chat. Happy to chat further, and have an amazing day.